Greetings. It's really good to have everybody here. I'm Assistant Chief Beth Sanford from the Fire Rescue Training Academy, and in front of me I have some folks who have recently, super recently, and a little bit further back, completed their EMT and paramedic training. We're really proud of you. We're really glad to have you here so that we can spend a little bit of time together and show our support and pride and appreciation for all of the time and effort that you all put in. Everybody in this room knows that it is no small undertaking to get through EMT and paramedic class. We've all done at least one of those, if not both, and it definitely takes a lot. I'm also super proud because of COVID, we've had to change some things that in terms of the delivery of how we went about delivering EMT class. So you guys get another great big thumbs up, right? Because the world has changed a lot, which we all know, kind of a little redundant. Nonetheless, there are obstacles, right? And when you're able to work through those obstacles and successfully pass the class, that's pretty good stuff. So we're super happy to have you here. The first order of business for us will be to all stand, and we will have the playing of the national anthem. So can everybody please stand? Thank you. Have a seat. So again, a great big welcome to everybody that's here. For the folks that may be tuning in via live stream, there is a hyperlink in that live stream information to help you go to the program if you want to look at the program while we're talking. For the rest of you, you can look at it right here in your seats. Again, I'm Assistant Chief Beth Sanford, responsible for the Fire Rescue Training Academy and what happens there. I will tell you that I consider myself sort of a facilitator at the Training Academy, and I say that for this reason. The folks that are assigned to work there either permanently as their regular work assignment, whether they're career folks who come in as adjuncts, whether they're volunteers that lead classes or come in as adjuncts, these folks are super, super hardworking folks. These are people that are definitely, they're on the A-team. They're doing really, really good and important stuff. And it would be a super sad day if I were to fail to recognize the good things that they do on everybody's behalf. I know that as I call myself a facilitator, you know, part of what I mean there is they make this super easy for me. Occasionally somebody will come in the office and say, hey, I need this, or can I talk through that situation with you? But by and large, we've got a lot of really great folks, and they know what to do, they know how to run their program, and the opportunity to have them be a part of the program on your behalf is also, it's a great honor. Speaking of great honors, we had a little bit of confusion, which is part of life, right? Human beings, you know, we're imperfect folks, and we don't always get all of our signals straight. But we are happy to have some representatives from Wheaton Volunteer Rescue Squad here as color guard, and I would love to give them the opportunity to present themselves on your behalf. Though we went ahead and got started, I wasn't sure how long it would take them to be here, but they are here now, and I would very much like us to recognize them. So let me ask you to rise one more time.
Color guard. Oh. Color guard. Present. Arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color guard. Order. Arms. Color guard. Right. Face. Color guard. Forward. March.
You can have a seat. So I hope those gentlemen will come back in for just a moment. Ceremony is really important in public safety. As a paramilitary organization, we really embrace the notion of, not just the notion, but the reality of ceremony and what that brings to the program in terms of, you know, what you all are getting ready to embark on doing in a sort of a more official capacity. I'm very thankful to those young men from Wheaton to come and share that with us. And that's, again, show your appreciation for the Wheaton Volunteer Rescue Squad, personally, privately, however you want to, but I do appreciate their, the opportunity for us to have them join in with the ceremony. All right, so back to talking about a couple of things. So you finished EMT class. You've all been, you know, around your various stations for several months now, certainly because you've been in EMT class, and it probably, you know, was several months before you were able to get into the class. You were doing other things like, you know, doing your PPE and your hazardous materials and, you know, taking classes here and there, littler classes here and there until you got into, you know, the EMT class. I so hope for all of you that this turns out to be a really, really great experience. The opportunity to provide medical care to folks in our community is a huge responsibility. It's also a gracious blessing that we're able to do that for our friends and neighbors and strangers and everybody who finds themselves in Montgomery County for whatever reason. You will find, well, I'll say you will find, and you probably will, but I'll just speak from my experience. I remember very early on in my EMT career, which at this point was approaching 30 years ago. I know a lot of you aren't even 30 years old. It's very hard for me. But one of the things that really stuck with me very early on was as you go into people's homes, wherever you find yourself in a place where you're helping them, that is a huge responsibility. And I want us to take that responsibility seriously. We're coming into somebody else's world. at a time when their world, from their perspective, is pretty disrupted. We may know, or we may learn after several years of being a pretty good EMT and having a lot of calls under our belt, that sometimes a person's version of an emergency maybe doesn't quite meet our definition of an emergency, and that's totally okay. There's no expectation for them to know what constitutes an emergency. Oftentimes you'll find, if you haven't already, that what constitutes an emergency in somebody else's book is simply a situation that they really just don't know how else to overcome. And that's when we come in. That's when all of you will find yourself in those places. One of the things that it is easy to do, because as you gain that sense of what truly constitutes an emergency from an emergency services perspective, is don't lose sight of the fact that those folks that you're going to help, for them, this is a very difficult time, right? You're coming into somebody's home when they were not expecting company. The bathroom's probably not clean. There's probably dishes in the sink. Or maybe a bunch of toys out on the floor. Or maybe a bunch of pet hair that didn't get vacuumed up. People weren't expecting company when they called 911. It's really important for us to remember that. It's easy to sit here today and talk with each other, me to you, you amongst yourselves, to talk about not being judgmental. It's another thing when you walk into somebody's house and you're internally, your eyes are open wide and you're perhaps feeling a little uncomfortable that somebody in our community lives in a different way than you live. We're all part of the same community and we're all human beings. And to combine the compassion that is required to do a good job as an EMT and match that up with now the skill set, this new skill set that you have that is bestowed upon you, it's a really awesome and amazing thing. I remember thinking very early on, it feels way too easy to me. It's too easy to make someone's day. This much kindness carried the whole event. How often do we find that we actually leap into action and provide emergency medical care? We do, absolutely. It's combined with a whole bunch of compassion and kindness and just humanity, right? These folks didn't plan to call 911 when they woke up this morning. They had a grocery list. They had to go to work or school or whatever it was that they did today. They didn't plan on having to call 911. They weren't ready for you to come in and maybe see their house a mess or see them at their worst, maybe arguing with a family member, maybe experiencing a tragedy with a family member that they were not planning on experiencing. So I don't want to say it, you guys are super somber looking at me, and I'm feeling like I'm maybe a little too somber because this is fun, right? It's also really, it's a very positive experience for you, and I hope that it stays positive. This is really, really good stuff. And to be able to be that person that's in the position of answering a 911 call, going into somebody else's world and engaging in a way that is helpful to them, right? It's an honor, it's a privilege, and it's something that I know that all of you will really embrace and do a really good job of. And again, I'm just really proud to be able to stand here and talk with you and share that with you. And as hopefully as you're listening, think about calls that you've already gone on. Anticipate those ones you haven't been on. Make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do to take care of yourself as you are at whatever station that you've been connected with. And that includes really basic things like staying hydrated. It's just some good nutritional practices. You'd be so surprised how far that takes you in terms of a long day or a long night or what you're looking forward to in your next day Many of you will come to the station, you'll do a duty night, and the following day you've got work, you've got school, you've got some other part of your life to go to, right? So do those things that help take care of you the best, especially because you don't have control over how much sleep you'll be getting at the station, right? So I encourage you to create a sleep environment that's really good and healthy for you. Somebody told me very early on something that really stuck with me and felt really good, and that was, don't bring a sleeping bag. Bring sheets and a blanket. Sleep like you're sleeping at home. Kind of build yourself that environment where you know you're going to be able to fall asleep fairly comfortably. That worked really well for me. Really helped me, be in a place where I could relax and get the sleep I wanted to be able to get so I could perform the next day with whatever that took, whatever that brought to me. When my kids were super little, sometimes it was, a night at Station 8 and going home to, little kids that were under 2, 3, 4 years old was hanging on by your fingernails. So, you'll have that experience at some point, whether it's, you've got to take a test the next day or you've got to go back to work or whatever it is. So that's really what I have to share with you. I want you to experience the joy and the blessings and the really important things that you're going to be doing for people. Understanding and reminding yourself that this is their emergency and we're here to help them get through it. It may be super simple, it may be quite complex. And that's one of the things that makes it fun and exciting, right? You don't know what you're going to be facing when you get there. It's one of the things I loved at the very beginning too. Never the same thing twice. Brain's always got to be, gears always have to be turning and so forth. It's a super great adventure. Hope you have a wonderful time. Make sure you communicate with the folks around you. If something doesn't feel right, ask a question. We're all pretty smart folks, right? We know when our gut tells us something's not right. You've got lots of people with a bunch of experience. Something doesn't feel right, talk to them. Contact your instructors. They have a lot of experience. Nobody becomes an instructor who's a brand new EMT. These are folks who've run dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of calls. So just kind of know your resources, know yourself, and just remember that we have the honor of introducing ourselves into somebody else's world for a very brief period of time, and we want that experience to be as positive as it can be, even though it may be a negative for them. So I thank you all very much. It's good to be here. It's good to be able to recognize and honor you and the commitment that you've put forth up to this time. It's a long class. You did a great job. Thank you for being here. All right. Now, everybody here knows we've been playing Shuffle the Deck with EMT Class 163, 67, 62, no 62, and so forth, right? We've kind of got you maybe a little bit mixed up here. The idea is not to worry about specifically which EMT class you were in, sorry. The idea is not to be concerned about which class you were in. It's just to be able to honor you and have you come forward and have us have an opportunity for hopefully folks, family members, friends from your stations, the leadership at your stations, hopefully for you to have a chance to show yourself off in front of them, right? Big congratulations. So here's what we're going to do. Are they starting on this end?
Absolutely.
All right, so row 1 on your feet. And you're going to come up this way. I'm going to put my face covering on. And then row 2, when you see them starting to kind of make their way across, it will be your turn. Okay? All right, before we get started calling names, what I do want to do is introduce a few folks to you who are up here helping out. For some of you, some of these faces, you totally know them, and others of you are like, who are those people? All right, so right here in front of me, I have Captain Joe Hyunga. Captain Hyunga has been with the department now for 19 years. 19 years. He recently made a really great decision on his behalf and mine, and that is that he came to the training academy as the program manager for the EMT program. That program was run by Captain Lee Silverman for a very, very long time. Lee worked really hard, and he was able to retire. This is Joe's first round. I'm super thankful to have Joe. He's a huge blessing. So we have Captain Joe Hyunga. Then I have Sonny Raspit and Andrew Stalinsky, who were instructors for some of you, but not all of you. This pair is pretty awesome. I wish I knew them better than I do, but hopefully as time goes on, I'll get to know them better. They seem to have a really awesome rapport, and they've got a boatload of enthusiasm for doing good stuff for EMTs and sharing what they have gathered as far as their knowledge and experience and communicating it out to the folks that are in their classes. Very honored to have you guys here with us tonight and sharing in the handing out of the graduation certificates. All right, so that's who we've got up here, and I think we're ready. So we'll call your name and just, come on through, and hopefully I'll do an okay enough job. All right, I've got Frenette Acosta Satala. Congratulations. Okay, would you guys move over? Oh, okay. Kiati Suthar. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. Ria Garg. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Congratulations.
Shayna King. Awesome. Joseph Nahui David. I'm sure I messed that up, but thank you.
No, you did.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Joanne Hagby.
Congratulations.
Lucy Vishnicki. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations.
I totally forgot. Help me.
You can call me Peg.
Pang. Pang. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
All right, so far so good. I don't know why he's walking away instead of walking back. I can't answer that. Maybe he just doesn't want you guys to graduate.
I get that a lot. Trying to get short first. I haven't reached all the way across.
All right, Joseph Redmond. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Matthew Allen.
Congratulations.
Shaadi Gorbani.
Congratulations.
Tyler Coe.
Congratulations.
Amelia Fries.
Congratulations.
Rashi Gupta.
Congratulations.
Manasi Yedavali.
Congratulations.
Matisse Nurit.
So much.
Congratulations.
I call you up, but I don't know who you are yet. Christian Reyes Ochoa. Thank you, sir. You're good.
Congratulations.
Paige Hopkins. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Michael Hedge.
Congratulations.
Lindsay Schneider. Thank you, sir. Delph Clausen. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Emel Zuberi.
Congratulations.
Philip Adkins. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Brandon Wolf.
Congratulations.
Terrell Eaton.
Congratulations.
Ronald Pendleton.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Rachel Slater. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right, that was all my EMTs. I have a paramedic here with us, Mr. Cannon Hayworth. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chief.
Good stuff. So, I don't know, a few years down the road from now, I would love to see a handful of you do what Mr. Hayworth just did. Take that next step to becoming a paramedic. Lot of work involved, extremely great learning process. Gives you a whole bunch more tools in your toolbox. Really good stuff. Glad to have him here. And now I'm going to let Captain Hyunga make a special presentation.
So as the chief said, my name is Captain Joe Hyunga, and while I'm new to the position here as the EMS training coordinator, I'm not new to the hard work and dedication that we see at our academy on a regular basis. That's demonstrated both by our instructors with the daily classes that they're out putting the hard work to make sure that everybody gets the training that they need, and the students that cross our doors on a regular basis. And so it's a great pleasure for me to be able to recognize one of those students who demonstrated the kind of academic excellence it takes to make it through for what a lot of you guys is the first time combining the demands of both the academic and the physical challenges to go through the process of becoming an EMT or a firefighter. That's a new thing for a lot of you guys, and it is very different than a lot of other things that we do in our other walks of life that we do when we're not at the firehouse. And so I'm very pleased to present the Richard B. Thompson Award of Academic Excellence in Emergency Technician Class 166 to Matthew Allen.
All right, I want everybody to, we're almost done. Let me have you stand, please. All right. You've started to become part of a family. It's a pretty big family, right? And just like most families, there's some of us that we totally love and a few that we love a little less. That's okay. I saw some fist pumping going on. That's good stuff, right? That's what we do for people that we care about, that are in our family. And that's what we're doing, right? Because nobody can do this by themselves. You can't run a 911 call by yourself. You have to do it with other people. That's the thought that I want to leave you with. This is a group effort. It's something that we do together. It's something that we are thankful to have the opportunity to do together. And I want us all to applaud for each other and for all the good stuff that I know you're going to move forward and do after tonight and probably before too. So good stuff. And program's over. Congratulations. Thanks for coming. All right, guys. Peace.